Good morning, viewers. So today I am going to explain the first chapter real numbers exercise 1.4 fourth problem. First bit fourth problem. Prove that root 5 is an irrational number. Irrational. Okay, how? See that if that root 5 already we know that 5 is a prime number and root 5 we know that it is an irrational number. So directly we can write it as root 5 is an irrational number. It is obvious proof. So that's why we can take the controversion process to get to prove that root 5 is an irrational. So how? So by the contrary, let us assume that root 5 is rational number. So by the contrary means what? If root 5 is not an irrational, if root 5 is an irrational, then what it is root 5? Root 5 is a rational. So that's why let us assume that root 5 is a rational number. So according to the definition of the rational number it is must be in the form of p by q. Now we can write that is root 5 is equals to p by q. Root 5 is equals to p by q form, where q must be not equals to 0. Q must be not equals to 0 and p comma q are co-primes. P comma q are co-primes. P comma q are co-primes. P comma q are co-primes means P comma q are don't have other than 1, don't have the common factors other than 1. So HCF of P comma q is 1. That is right. So root 5 is equals to p by q. Now what we have to do? Squaring on both sides to remove the square root. So squaring on both sides. Squaring on both sides. And then what you get? Root 5 whole square is equals to p by q whole square. Root 5 whole square is equals to p by q whole square. Square and square root will be cancelled. So then what you are getting left side? Only 5. This is 5 square by q square. By multiplying, by sending this q square to outside or bringing to this side, then it will become as into relation. Then we can write it as 5q square is equals to p square. So by reversing order, we can write it as p square is equals to 5q square. P square is equals to 5q square. So what is this sentence mean? What is this mathematical statement mean? Here 5 divides p square. 5 divides p square. Why? Because we are writing p square into the form of 5 into something. 5 into something. That's why 5 divides p square as well as 5 divides p also. This is the one of the theorem we have in the textbook, right? So here we can write it as what? 5 divides p square, then 5 divides p. 5 divides p square, then 5 divides p. So this is the theorem, right? So by using this statement we can write again 5 divides p. No. P can be written as 5 into some r. So then p is equals to 5 into some r. So okay, 5 into some r. So 5q square is equals to p square. P square is equals to 5 into q square. 5 divides p square, then 5 divides p also. 5 divides p also means p I am writing as p is equals to 5 into some r. Why? Because p 5 divides p also. 5 divides p also. Also we can write here better. So then p is equals to 5r. Now again take the square on both sides. Squaring on both sides. Then what you get? P square is equals to 5r square. 5r square. So this is p square is equals to 5r whole square means 25r square. 25 r square. So already we know that p square is equal to what is the value here? Let it is be equation 1. So this equation p square value we can substitute in that equation 2. Here let it is equation 2. So from equation 1 and 2, from equation 1 and 2, we can write p square value is equal to what? 5q square. So p square place you can write 5q square. 5q square is equal to, this is 25r square. Now I am cancelling that 5 ones are 5 5s are. What is the remaining? Q square is equal to 5r square. Q square is equal to 5r square. So by observing this, we can write it as what? By observing this, q square is equal to 5r square. We can write. So same from the equation 1, what we say? 5 divides p square, then 5 divides p also. In the same manner, here 5 divides q square. 5 divides q square, then 5 divides q also. So here 5 divides q square, then 5 divides q also. 5 divides q square, then 5 divides q also. Right? So by observing this, 5 divides p as well as 5 divides q. So now 5 having p and q as the common multiple. So 5 divides p square and 5 divides p as well as 5 divides q. So for both p and q, 5 is a common factor. So this is contradiction. This is contradiction. So wait, I will write here. Okay, so finally we got what? 5 divides p and also q. 5 is a common factor for both p and q. 5 is a common factor for both p and q. It is contrary to the fact p comma q are co-primes. I said in the previous first. So HCF of p comma q is 1. Why? Because p comma q are having only 1 as a common factor. Right? So p comma q are co-primes actually, but here what we are getting, 5 is a common factor for both p and q. It is this contradiction arises due to our assumption that root 5 is rational number. Why this arises? Because our assumption root 5 is a rational number we assumed. So that is wrong now. So hence our assumption is wrong. What is our assumption? Root 5 is a rational number is wrong. Then what is correct? Root 5 is an irrational. So hence the proof. So this is the contradiction process. It is very easy and very important. Okay, I hope you understand. So thank you very much.